Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Yeah, what up, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yeah, Kevin!
All right.
Yeah, we love you. We like what you bring.
I love you too, Jaybird. Thank you for that.
Virginia did not cheer again.
Any more gifts for Friendship Week? That was so fun yesterday.
Yeah, we're coming along. Don't worry. We still got a couple more days. I got to get Denny's. So I wasn't able to talk about what I got Denny's.
Ooh.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I wasn't able to bring that into the studio.
Had to leave that out of it, huh? Yesterday, one of the things we had talked about was the photos that got hacked out of Lindsey Vohn's phone.
Yes.
She was dating Tiger Woods.
We got to see Tiger Woods' wood.
Yeah, somebody sent me the photo. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was like one of those things, because it was like on my phone, I was just going through stuff. It was like Tiger Woods saying, like, boom, it's right there on my face. And
Send it to me. Well, I mean, I thought it was Friendship Week. What the fuck?
You know the thing that kind of worried me? I don't know the things on that. Like, I was scared to forward it, and so I gingerly forwarded it to Jaybird, but I was scared that I did, because I'm like, I'm going to...
You forwarded to me?
Yeah, I did. Because I know you like to stare at dudes' dicks.
Wait, email?
You got it and you didn't forward it to me?
I honestly never got it.
Really?
Guys,
Yeah. I'm looking at my email.
I think I should be the one on the show that likes the penises the most, right?
You should. I think you like penis.
Technically speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got it. Just re-forwarded.
Reforwarded.
Nothing lost.
Yeah, I'll have to try to find that. Yeah, somebody sent it, and
It's impressive.
Well, I've seen him shirtless before. It matches up the same physique.
Okay.
It looks like a bathroom that would probably be something on Jupiter Island.
Oh, there's no face with it.
Yes, and then sitting on the counter is one of the Tiger Woods hats. And
That's easy to stage, though, man.
Why would Tiger Woods
I don't think it is. I thought it looked legit to me. For all those reasons I just mentioned.
What, he had a little Nike swoosh on his peen?
That'd be pretty amazing. Yeah, so for all those reasons, I'm like going, okay, yeah, I think that's legit. And so, yeah, somebody just sent that over.
But is Tiger Woods going to put a Tiger Woods hat in the background of a picture he's sending to Lindsey Vonn?
It wasn't like he was staging it. It was like he had just gotten out of the shower. Yeah.
You would think,
I'll need to see the picture.
you think Tiger would lay off the texting. Dude, get off the phone when it comes to your penis.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got a dong that impressive and, probably thinking, hey, I'm going to send it around. Lindsey Vonn, I mean, herself is a celebrity, and you're like, okay, she's not going to be like, trying to sell this off or something like that.
It's not about that. It's about the hackers. They will get you.
The hackers, I think, can get anybody.
Well, that's what they did, and that's what did him in. But, I mean, maybe there was a part of him said, okay, is this going to be the worst thing if this photo gets out? I mean, people are going to be like, what do you know? Tiger Woods got a big old dick. You're like, oh, you got me.
Poor Tiger.
Yeah, you're right.
Although I just saw an article that bigger penises are kind of trending down, and it's not in the heyday of big peens.
Is that on smalldick.com?
It was on smalldick.net.
Dicklies.net.
It's .org. It's an organization.
It's
It's
an
a charity?
organization. I can see that part of it. Yeah, I'm trying to find it now. I don't know. Maybe it's just disappeared. Maybe it's just the universe just saying,
I get it.
Shouldn't send it around.
I understand. I mean,
It just disappeared?
Yeah, I don't see it, and
I do not have a penis
That's kind of...
email.
I don't have a penis.
Can you please take that, Denny?
email?
Get that
It's like a
audio
5-second
versus-
pause.
I do not have a penis.
Because I'm looking, I'm trying to talk and think. It's so hard.
I do not have. That's a wrong place
I
to stop.
do not have a penis.
Okay, guys, I don't have a penis.
If I didn't have a penis, I still think I could make it work.
Yeah, make what work?
Just life. It would be sad.
It would be sad.
Pants would fit easier.
It would be tough, but I still think you don't throw in the towel. I think you can make it work.
Think so?
Your tongue game's got to be strong.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where the thing went. I'm gonna stop looking for it because just disappeared. But it's out there if you want to look for it. It's there. You'll find it. Talking athletes, boy, just checking out the attendance numbers. The effect that Tebow has had, pretty amazing. I knew attendance was up, but I didn't know it was this up. They say the Florida State League annually ranks at the bottom among all the minor leagues, just above the rookie level in average attendance numbers. But with Tim Tebow as a gate attraction for the last half of the season, The 12-team Class A advanced circuit is flirting with a potential attendance record.
Wow.
They say attendance is up about 13% in the Florida State League, all thanks to just under 8 weeks of Tebow, and that's why it's significant. He ain't even been there the whole season. They're talking about breaking an attendance record for an entire year, and he wasn't even there the whole year, and the year's not over yet.
Man, he must be in a slump.
He's batting .215.
Yeah, because of like a week ago, he was in the 300s, and he was really tearing it up.
They say people don't even care if he does well.
Well,
They just want to drink him in,
Yeah.
possibly get an autograph.
Yeah.
a couple alarming stats: 49 strikeouts, only 181 at bats. It's pretty hefty.
Pretty good, yeah. I honestly don't think people care.
Yeah, look, and
It does help him if he does hit a home run. I mean, when you go and you hug an autistic boy, then you jack a home run, that helps the
Oh, yeah.
story.
I am not.
Dream day.
I'm not hating on Tebow. I want to see him do well, but yeah, that's gonna. If he's hitting 215, St. Lucie, that is not good. And
Well,
because
the-
I was on board saying if he continues to hit because of the hype train that he is, if he's got the numbers, he's got a shot of getting brought
You're
up.
the general manager. Now, you don't bring him up. You're in the Mets organization. Do you keep Tebow on the roster hitting 215?
On the minor league or the actual New York Mets?
No, St. Lucie Mets. Here we
Yeah,
are. You're a manager of the St. Lucie Mets right now. He's batting .215. You got a guy behind him that, you're there to try to move guys up to the Mets, the New York
You
Mets.
are-
That's
you're right.
ultimately what you're trying to do. And you got a guy behind him that is batting .268.
Analyzing his stats, he's got 5 home runs, which is not great, but it does show he's got potential for a little bit of pop meeting power, Virginia. Yeah, you can't bring if someone's better than him, you got to bring the guy that's better than him. People will fucking want to kill these people,
including the guy that's better than him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. There's
So
so much
you
money.
forego
No.
all the attendance and all the money you're making for one roster spot.
Yep, I do, because the reputation of your organization is more important than blowing Tebow.
They say the St. Lucie Mets have zoomed past their attendance record for the season. They've already busted their attendance record for an entire season with Tim Tebow there. They say the average before Tebow arrived was 1,745. Now it's 2,400 a game.
Wow.
So they're up about 700 people a game.
I'm not a businessman. I'm a baseball man. As
Yeah.
a baseball guy, I would not.
Well, but here you got to be business and baseball. I mean, that's ultimately what it is. That's what I'm saying. If you're front office, you got to be business and baseball. You got to look at
you're
the
right.
numbers.
If you're
No one's
front
ever
of-
putting him in the front office. You put him in the back
office.
Back office.
You know what? I just want to tell you that I thought you looked beautiful today for Friendship Week.
I feel bad.
Good.
They say even when they go on the road, the attendance goes crazy. In Fort Myers, they had one game aided by fireworks with an attendance of 9,478.
Wow. What do they normally have in Fort Myers?
It was like
Old
more
people.
more than double
Wow.
a typical night. So, I mean, attendance is way up. And so that would be the ultimate thing. For me, Tebow's hitting 215. It would take a guy behind him at a lower level hitting over 300 to say, sorry, man. And you know what you probably try to do? Keep him on the roster with the hope of him getting in. And you give him a little bit of junk time here and there.
Who? The guy that's behind Tebow?
No, Tebow.
Oh, got you. Yeah, you give him some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Junk time.
It means like, okay.
You bring out your penis and you
You
start.
rub your dick on it?
No.
Hey, have some junk time.
We can't send this to Tebow, by the way. This is way too.
No, he would not like it.
No. Not like he would ever come on our show anyway, but after this, he'd be like, nah.
But what if we were like, hey man, sorry, I got a little vulgar in there. I apologize.
Jesus would forgive me.
Please forgive me. I think he would forgive us, and I think he would do an interview. I don't think Tebow's the kind of guy that would say, "Oh, you swore on a podcast. I must be done with you."
Okay. Well,
what the
let's
fuck
throw
do
out that
I know?
invitation. Tebow anytime, baby.
Don't say what the fuck do I know.
I wanted
We're
to
trying to get back in Tebow's good graces.
I want to know the real raw. Chamber.
Talking some big numbers. They expect record viewership for Game of Thrones coming up. Longest ever episode this Sunday. It's going to be 80 minutes long.
I am caught up on Thrones, and I have to say it delivered with all of the hype. You don't see that too often, where they have to deliver. It can't suck, and it did not.
The problem that they're under, and few TV shows make it to this level, but I read every single day about 8 different blog posts they are being super analyzed on every little thing that happens on this show. And I can't think, have you ever thought of a show? I remember when Seinfeld was going off the air, there was a lot of analyzing about what they might do for the finale and all that kind of stuff. That might be the last time in my lifetime that I remember a show getting that much scrutiny. I mean, they're looking
Sopranos.
Yeah.
That was really, they scrutinized that thing pretty bad.
I don't remember to the same level as Game of Thrones. I don't remember to the same level as Seinfeld.
I kind of do. I remember everybody and their mother was just kind of pissed.
After the episode,
Well,
after the episode happened, but I mean, as you were kind of like
building.
Yeah, before you got to the actual finale and before the show was over.
I thought a lot of people did not like season 6, but I too have been reading some blogs about The Sopranos at least, and I from what I gathered, people were
Maybe it was, yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, I don't remember.
Even before is what I mean.
So they were disappointed.
As the season was going on.
Yeah, and I think that's why Sopranos didn't have as much hype, because I think people were starting to kind of like, people were falling off.
They
of it.
were.
Like, your passion wasn't the same.
Right.
Game of Thrones, the passion is never been higher, never been hotter. And I felt like going into that final episode of Seinfeld, it was the same thing. The passion was at an ultimate high. Sopranos, like, it felt like it had dipped.
It did.
That's why I'm saying I feel like this is something that I haven't seen since, cruising up to the end of Seinfeld.
We got to get Virginia into Thrones, man.
She will never get into it. It's not her style.
No, dragons, police.
You always lead with dragons. It's not all about dragons. That's like me saying Kardashians. Oh, it's money and. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't. Different thing. Different.
I just don't like all that medieval stuff. Isn't that what it is? Like,
yeah. If you don't
no.
like that stuff, you're not gonna like it. It's not a show for everybody, no doubt. There's no way. What show do you think has run the most episodes? And I want to immediately take out of the running soap operas, because they're on every single day, 5 days a week, and they have been for like 50 years.
Do you take off game shows too?
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put game shows in
Never
there.
mind.
But I could take those out and we could still do it.
Well, game like Wheel of Fortune runs every single day, and it's been running since I don't know forever.
Yeah, it has, but it's not number one.
Price is Right.
Yeah, Price is Right. They say 9,600 episodes and counting.
Yeah, it's the bomb.
But it's every day though. You can't compare that to something that's once a week. And I don't even think do they even have a break?
Wheel is every day.
Wheel is every day. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wheel's not in the top 10 that they have here.
Wheel is awesome, man.
It's not that good.
Do you like the Wheel, Kev?
It's just all right. I probably haven't watched it since I was 13.
I'd rather watch Price is Right any day.
Yeah, I haven't watched much in the game show realm. Jeopardy's up there at number 2, and Larry King Live, number 3. Judge Judy is 4.
Wow.
Springer is 5.
But again, though, these are shows that are aired every single day.
Yeah, daily shows up to almost 3,000 episodes now. It's number 8 on the list. There are a couple that were only weekly. Monday Night Raw for WWE and Soul Train. Those are the 2 weekly shows. Monday Night Raw's had 1,200 episodes.
Huh.
And the most ever Guiding Light, 15,672 episodes. That's crazy. Judge Judy, makes a ton of money.
She does.
Still looks good, too.
47 million.
Jaybird said he would tap it.
I tap that booty, Judge Judy.
Who makes more? Judge Judy, Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen.
Judge Judy.
Okay, one of you's obviously right. Ellen does. Ellen makes $50 million to do her show. Judge Judy at 47.
Good for Judge Judy. People love that show. Mm-hmm. Amy Schumer was just on that. People were watching it.
Did she win or lose?
She was. I don't think she was even. I think she was just in the background.
That's weird.
It was weird. Yeah.
TV money. Kelly Ripa gets $22 million a year to do live.
Wow.
I
didn't
did not know that. That's crazy, isn't
That's
it?
a lot.
That's a ton. Seacrest, all of his television shows. Does he make more or less than that?
More.
More?
Virginia's more with a big question mark? You're thinking no.
Is he go? I mean, he's going back to Idol. Have they landed securely on a number yet?
Yep, they have.
Then I think it's more.
Just his combined shows with doing live and Idol, $27 million. He gets $15 million to do live. That's a ton of money for that show.
He has to work his butt off, though, to make that money. She just sits there and makes 22. He runs coast to coast. He does New Year's Rockin' Eve.
I can't believe that show's paying out $37 million a year for talent.
They are trying to come back as the big dog in town again, American Idol. They don't like the way they went out, and they are trying to revamp that biatch.
Well,
You mean Idol or Live?
I was talking about live.
I was talking about Live.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking
You're talking about Idol. We're talking
Yeah.
about Live.
You jump to Idol. I'll jump to Idol with you.
I'm trying.
Isn't Kevin nice?
He is.
You derail the show, he jumps right off that bridge with you.
He's definitely nicer than some people I work with. I won't say any names, Kev, but
I gotta point out when you derail.
Seacrest makes $12 million for Idol. Katy Perry makes $25 million for Idol. They're already at $37 million for salaries, and that is only your host and one judge. And I've heard that is a problem because they can't sign anyone else because everyone like Lionel Richie wants $10 million. They want to pay him $5 million.
Oh.
And so they can't come to negotiations. I hear it, no lie, they're down to David Hasselhoff.
What?
How would that be bad
Yes.
if one of your judges is Hasselhoff, or it'd be awesome?
he's done it before, not for Idol, but
He's one of the main judges on Idol with Katy Perry. Does that make the show better, or does it make you be going,
it knocks it down a grade. And I look, I like me some Hoff, but you need a little credibility in there.
It makes it kind of like a joke a little bit.
I think it takes away a lot of credibility. You're like going, okay, who gave me my start? David Hasselhoff, the guy that's big in Germany.
He's been in the business. He's a celebrity. He's made a shit ton of money. He's been on a hit shows.
But musically, he's known as like a spoof and a joke.
In our states, yes.
Musically.
Yes. But he still has had a successful music career. But I agree.
In Germany.
For the American viewers.
If this was German Idol, it'd be amazing. Great idea. Sign the Hoff.
I'm with y'all.
American Idol, I don't know.
But I mean, you got to give credit though. The guy's not a guy that has done nothing with his career. He's had some major successful.
Well, you know, you have to keep blowing the Hoff. We get it.
I'm just saying.
You are a big Hoff head.
I'm not even really that big of a Hoff fan. I just, the guy's done some stuff.
You do like the Hoff.
I really liked him back in the day.
They even broke down the salaries. Who do you think makes more, Roseanne Barr and John Goodman for the new Roseanne revival, or one of the 5 main cast members of Game of Thrones?
It's definitely Roseanne and Tom Arnold. I bet my nose on it.
It's
Well-
Roseanne and John Goodman.
What-
Tom Arnold's definitely not in on it. Roseanne would rather poke herself in the eye with a stick
The
than
bandana's
work with
tight.
Tom Arnold.
My bandana is tight.
Yeah,
it's
too
actually
tight. Yeah.
it's hurt me.
It's cutting
all,
off the circulation.
It's hurt me all morning long, and I gotta get some headphones with a fucking ear thing that works. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know what? Because we're not playing any music or anything, you just take them off.
No, I don't
Just
like
listen
that.
to us talk.
It doesn't feel real if I don't have them on. I don't.
You
like
should be
it.
able to hear
backup
better.
headphones. You want them?
Yeah, you're not gonna get them back, and the.
It's fine.
All right.
Look, everything I give you, I kiss goodbye.
All right.
I don't expect to get this back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. On Friendship Week, Kev.
Game of Thrones, they're making double what Roseanne Barr and John Goodman are per episode. $500,000 an episode for the Game of Thrones people. $250,000 for Roseanne. But they're not making a ton more money because they don't have as many episodes. $3.5 million is what Game of Thrones people make per year. $2 million for Roseanne Barr and John Goodman.
Oh, so Thrones is more.
Yeah, double. They make double per episode.
Did you give me trick headphones?
No, did you break them already?
No, it just doesn't.
You've had them 3 seconds.
They're not working. When you guys talk, it honestly sounds like you guys are.
It looks like you're wearing cinnamon buns.
These are terrible for.
You look delicious. You've never looked
Or
tastier.
hockey pucks. I don't know what those things are.
I can't hear anything.
Denny's.
It doesn't matter. I have to hold it for me to. Oh, this is terrible. I have to hold my little penis thingy. What's that? The adapter.
You just honestly, you'd be able to hear our voice if you just take your headphones off.
Kev, I don't like. What if you play a clip, an exciting
I
clip?
have no clips to play.
I know. It doesn't feel real. It's like a hitting without a bat.
I don't know if that's a good analogy.
That would hurt. This isn't gonna hurt.
Yeah, seriously, we spent way too much time on my bullshit.
Big Bang Theory, though, they make $900,000 an episode.
Wow.
$21.6 million. The 5 biggest stars on that show make a year.
It's prime time, baby. It's established. It's now in syndication. They got a spin-off, Young Sheldon.
Yeah.
That's going to be starting
I
up.
was gonna ask you guys: does that look awful to you? I don't know anything about Big Bang Theory, but the Sheldon show looks terrible to me.
There have been a lot of really bad spinoffs that have come off of regular shows like that.
It looks like it's going to be a shitty ass spinoff.
Probably right.
Yeah, I don't really watch it that much. I know what the show's about. I know what Sheldon's about.
The kid looks very smug.
Well, that's what Sheldon's about.
Yeah, well,
I guess you don't know.
like I said, I don't know about that show.
Will and Grace stars there are making $4 million a season. Just to let you know, difference.
You're still having
This is really just and I can't, whatever, for the life of me, I can't get them to take them off, Virginia. There's just no way around it.
I'm back, baby. My one headphone's working fine. There's something with the adapter.
The cinnamon buns aren't working?
Cinnamon buns don't work. There's an adapter issue. We'll put this in our worst of file for radio.
Got a couple of emails here. This one from Steven. He said, hey, my friend is a firefighter. You guys talking about the death key yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where this old lady came to this one woman that we were talking to yesterday and said, hey, this is a key. If you don't see me for a couple days, come into my house and make sure I haven't died, which is like, ugh.
No thanks, lady.
Well, we found out you just go on ahead and you call the police and they'll go and make a hospitality call just to check and see. And that's
Welfare
kind of
check.
the thing. Yeah. Said my friend is a firefighter and he went on a welfare check. And when he got there, they looked and like, well, why do these people have the windows like blacked out? And that was like suspicious. And I going, okay, like why would you put coverings on all the windows? Is it like a grow house or is something going on there? When they opened the door and went inside, they quickly realized it wasn't blackout film on the windows. It was flies.
Oh.
The guy had been dead and decomposing for a while, and the house was filled with flies so much that it looked like they had blacked out the windows.
Whoa.
That reminds me of that Chinese food
That
story.
changed my day yesterday when I read that.
Remember that Chinese food story?
I had the same expression for about 10 minutes after reading that yesterday.
That's a lot of flies, Kevin.
I was like, that's like something out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's like the roaches on that rice. Remember the police officer said there was
Yeah.
a break-in and entry, and
It's
then
a game changer.
It was they saw this thing moving, and it was all of the roaches coming off of the rice that they didn't put away for the next day.
Damn.
It's just like, okay.
That's one of those calls. We must have taken that call 9 years ago, and it still stays with
You
me.
think about
the
it.
rice with the roaches. Yes, the police officers going there thinking it was a burglar.
Mm-hmm.
A what?
A burglar? Would I say it like you?
A burglar?
Ugh.
She's rubbing off on you.
No.
No.
Burglar? Burglar?
Oh, talking TV, somebody said, hey, good morning, KVJ. This is Allison saying, Jaybird's concept for the TV show Big Mother has already been done. He wanted to do a tiny house with big women in it.
You're a hack?
I'm a hack? Accidentally?
Geico made a TV commercial about a reality show called Tiny House. Sorry, Pumpkin. That's Allison from San Diego.
Damn.
Oh, the pumpkin at the end.
I like your style, Allison.
From the western part of
From
the...
San Diego. I mean,
mean-
she just sounds cool.
She's not even up yet. I'm getting the insult. She's still sleeping. Totally screwed.
Well, this is some bad news. There's this student. He goes to school, and his teacher smells his backpack, and he's like, wait a minute. This kid's only 11, and his backpack smells like weed. What's going on here?
Maybe it's Dad's backpack?
Yeah, they went and found out his parents ran a grow house in Hialeah.
Wow.
How about that?
I mean, you don't give the kid the backpack that you used to use to put weed in. I mean,
Or was the kid the mule?
Yeah, I don't know if maybe he was going to, yeah. They say
That's
that his
messed
dad
up.
was using his backpack to transport the drug.
He was the mule.
they were using the kid or the dad was transporting.
The dad was using the kid's backpack to transport. That's what smelled like marijuana.
So the kid was not a mule.
I guess I'm
That's a different level.
Okay,
if you put drugs on your kid and you make your kid go deliver them,
that happens. That
Yeah,
totally
it could.
happens.
I mean, that is messed up.
I mean, maybe it's not in that case, but that's why I said it, because it's a very common thing where the kid. Because think about it, if you're in that world, especially if it's like the cocaine, you are messing with some fuckers that can take you down. You're already at that level mentally. You don't give a shit. So you're gonna send the kid because the kid is less of a threat.
But it's your kid.
Who are you gonna stop? A guy in a Chewbacca jacket like me, or a kid? You're gonna stop the Chewbacca jacket guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
You'd be
the
like,
kid
why are you
goes
wearing a
walking right by.
jacket?
The kid walks right
It's
by.
August in Florida. Why do you have on a jacket?
It's cold in here. I mean, I don't know why that's such a hard concept. People get so blown away. Oh, I got a jacket in July. Well, motherfucker, I work in a place that keeps it 20 below here.
It is not 20 below.
It's cold.
You run cold.
Because of your ice chips and your ice heart.
Your ice heart.
Get off my shit.
Do you guys ever send food back when you're at a restaurant?
I don't because I don't. I that's one of those ones where I just take the loss.
If you send it back, I always assume they're going to drop it on the floor.
Now, if it's something to where it's a completely different order, and that will have, I'll just say, hey, this is not my order. But if it's something where they messed the actual thing up and it's still there, I'm not going to say something usually.
Just the other day, I got a steak and I asked for it like medium rare to rare. I wanted it like bleeding.
Yep.
And it came out and it was well done.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, guess I'm going to eat this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because what am I going to do? Send it back and they're going to drop my rare steak on the floor a few times?
I did work with somebody who said, and as a person I trust, they said if someone's being a jerk, and I don't think sending back food is necessarily being a jerk. It's really not. If they really fuck it up, it's not. But people that are nasty and mean and they are just really, he said people would spit in their food, and it was a restaurant that it's not a mom and pop place. It's somewhere where we've all been before.
I feel like the chef doesn't know if you've been sweet or nasty. The chef just knows that you think he did a bad job. And what if he's having a bad day?
You just risk your entire reputation if you get caught, and it's illegal too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
go to jail
you're
for it.
Like that's the kind of stuff. Like if you did that at a nice restaurant and it got out, I would imagine you're never getting hired again because I assume those are small circles. I know like in our industry, it's small circles. Like, when one of your DJ companions has groped Taylor Swift, you hear about it pretty quick. So
that guy will work again.
Those kind of stories are out there.
Radio will hire that guy.
But you're right, though. It's a small world.
Yeah.
You may not think it is.
I imagine every industry is probably like that, and we're connected to shows around the country and the world and that kind of stuff. We know a lot of people.
You know chefs talk shit about other chefs. There's always chef drama. I've heard chefs talk shit. So even when I was talking about the grilled cheese thing, there were chefs that were on my side, and there were chefs who hate my guts now because I was like, all I wanted was a grilled cheese. It's not a big deal. And I didn't even make a big deal about it, and chefs had their tits in a wad.
They say that
chef tits.
There are different instances and legit reasons where even at a restaurant, they will not be upset with you for sending something back. If like you have your situation where your steak is well done and it was not ordered that way, it comes out the wrong degree, temperature, or whatever.
It's a big deal. Once you overcook it, that's it.
Absolutely.
You can't take it back.
No. And they say at that point, if you got that steak and you ordered it medium rare and it comes out well done, send it back and be like, sorry about that. That's on us. And they'll accept that. And they're like, going, that is our bad.
Are you a diva if you order a cheeseburger, they bring it out and it's got no cheese on it?
There are a few things that I would probably send something back for. The ones that I have are pretty basic and they're on the list. Probably like the medium rare, I would send it back.
You know what you could do?
Not the cheese, medium rare I would.
Just ask for a side of cheese. Don't give them the burger back.
Yeah, but it's not melted
I know
on,
it's not going
right?
to be melted, but as soon as you send it back, then you're the complainer.
So
I think you're okay. I think you're titled for doing that because they say another reason is if you receive the wrong menu item or it comes out wrong the way that it's not supposed to. They said, that's part of it. Yeah, we expect that things will happen. Send it back.
I'm not a big fan of walking on fucking eggshells because they forgot cheese.
I hear you, but it'll be in my head when I send it back. Oh my gosh, oh my God. Are they going to drop it on the floor?
No,
Are they going to lick it? Are they going to rub it on their balls? Are they going to do something weird with it?
I don't think that's as common as you think. I think it does happen.
They are saying these are the instances. Like I had some person that I knew back in my past. I stopped going out with them because on average they would return their food 3 times.
I know somebody like that.
And I finally was and we used to go out to eat about every week.
And then demand that a discount come on the check.
Absolutely. They did the same thing. They wanted 15% off and I was just like, dude, I can't do that, man. That makes me cringe every time. And
I can't be with you.
I told them I can't do it. But this is what I'm saying. This is where they've talked to people in restaurants and they said, look, if it's on this list, we expect to take it back. No one's going to be rubbing the food on the balls. And if they do, they're really way uncool. And if they ever got caught, they would, ostracize them from the food industry.
To me, cheese. If you order a cheeseburger and you don't have cheese, that's major.
I don't like hamburgers. I think the cheese is the star.
It is, and you're not going to have
a plain hamburger does nothing for me.
That's what they're saying. If you get the wrong menu item, if it comes out the wrong way, that it wasn't on the menu, then send it back because that's on them. And like, hey, cool, we get it. That's our fault.
What about this, sir? I've got a hair on my chicken tender, and it's pretty gross.
That's number one on their list. They say that's the number one excusable reason. In fact, they are very apologetic about if your food has a foreign object in it, hair, fingernail, Band-Aid. They're like, oh my gosh.
If you put a fucking Band-Aid in my sandwich.
Well, it sometimes happens where the Band-Aid comes off, you don't realize it, and then later on, like you're a chef and you were cutting vegetables, you look down and be like, uh-oh, where'd my Band-Aid go?
Jason would lose his mind.
I found something, there was one time I had something really weird. I got a salad, and there was something... Yeah, there was like a half of something. I can't remember what it was. Damn it. Don't tell stories you don't know the answers to.
How did you start the story and not know where it ended?
I don't know. I got to go to bed, I think.
There's something going on
this
today.
This solar eclipse has got me on the run. Summertime's almost over.
It's over, baby. The eclipse is done.
There's just some shit.
You can't blame it on the eclipse.
We got fired in Miami. I'm still trying to get my feet.
We got fired in Miami.
And I'm just not good at radio.
Other reasons, if your food comes out and it's burned, you can send it back. They say that if it came out the wrong temperature, even if it's loaded with salt, they say it's a wonderful seasoning, but sometimes it'll get away from the chef. And if that's the case, that is the least on the list, though. That's the one where you go all the way from like, okay, if you got a foreign object in it, absolutely, we expect you to send it back. That's no questions asked. This is the one where if it's like too salty, it's like, okay. They'll accept it, but they're kind of starting to be like,
you're a dick. And I remember what I found. It was a button. It was a big ass button in my salad. And it was kind of gross, I thought.
Like from somebody's clothes?
Yeah, it was. I don't know where it came from.
It's weird.
It's in your salad.
And the other most excusable reason to send your food back, they say, is if your food has something you're allergic to in it. Though I would think that would be something that you would take care of in the ordering process, not in the receiving process. And this is about sending your food back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you have allergies, you got to be clear up front. Now, if you were clear and you still got the allergic food,
right?
Yeah, you got to send it back.
You know, I don't know if this is wrong or right, but if you hate peppers, you hate onions, and you're ordering something that has them, you might as well just say, hey, I'm allergic to them, so you don't get them, because they will. 9 out of 10 times they'll put onions and peppers on that thing. They don't give it. People don't look at onions and peppers like a bully ingredient. Newsflash. They are bully ingredients.
They don't care. Like it or not, they're going to put it on there.
Fucking peppers.
Do you ever get grilled onions on your burger?
They have to be. I sound like such a little diva.
Little
They
girl.
gotta be sliced so thin, and they gotta be kind of burnt. If not, I can't do the onion.
Can't do it. I'm out, guys.
They gotta be grilled like a son of a bitch.
Okay.
I am out. Got a birthday shout out here. This is from a longtime listener. This is for the After the Show podcast. To Diego from his cousin, Warm Pancakes.
Ooh, what a great nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Diego.
I could go for some. I haven't had pancakes in a minute.
They're fantastic.
They really are with hot syrup.
When they're real big, like when they rise and they get super fluffy, that's when I like them.
Yeah, man. Gosh.
Also got an email from Will. Say you've been listening to the show since it began in '99 when I was going into the 9th grade as a freshman at Palm Beach Gardens High.
Yeah, Will. Gardens.
Said I never miss a regular or ATS podcast, and after a recent hiking trip to Glacier Mountain with my wife, I looked at all the majesty and the beauty, and I got to agree with Jaybird that there has to be a Bigfoot species somewhere out there.
I like this kid.
After seeing this for myself, it turned me into a believer, and I had to buy a Bigfoot shirt. He also said, while staying at one of the lodges, I got to hang out and have a beer with none other than NBA legend Phil Jackson.
Wow.
He was sitting out on a private terrace with a woman watching the sunset while I was walking through a different part of the lodge with a beer in hand. I was able to take a picture of the side of his head. So by using Virginia's celebrity name-dropping criteria, I like to say we hung out.
You did. I mean, you guys are boys
Yeah.
at that point.
Cool stuff. And I love the show and the positive effect you all have on the community and the people who live in it. Aside from being funny, you can make a bad day great again in just a few words and help many people get through personal problems with your insight and openness. Aww. It really does feel like we are all good friends. And he said Camille's is, hands down, the best pizza in the county.
I have had it.
I mean, this guy is stroking you, Bert.
I like
he
this
got
guy.
a Bigfoot shirt.
Yeah,
He likes Camille's.
Will's your boy.
Well, when you come in town, let's get some Camille's together. I had Camille's 4 times in the last 4 days, I think.
Another big food staple for Jaybird, of course, Bud's Chicken and Seafood. 7 locations in Palm Beach County. That's the only place you can get it.
I've had a lot of buds as well.
He had a bunch of buds on the Eclipse Day. I remember.
Did. It was a big buds day. A little quiz real quick for you.
Yeah.
I'd be very impressed if somebody could tell me what year did the second buds open in Palm Beach County? What year?
Show me 1972.
Kevin?
I'm going to go with 1969.
76. You both are wrong. What the shit?
But I'm closer.
You are closer.
Do I get like a prize of like corn fritters?
I will buy you buds today.
Ooh.
Wow.
Great deals. $3.99, 3 pieces of chicken. I've got it memorized finally. 2 pieces of
It's
chicken.
only 2 months in.
$3.49. A side of your choice. Go try the bird sauce. Try the corn fritters.
All right.
They're very delicious.
You guys have a magical day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.